the Bay. But yeah, so
Did you just break into song?
I did. I did.
Yeah.
I did.
The fuck?
It was a very inspirational moment here at the Bay Podcast.
Well, I watched a little bit of the game. What did they play last night?
Yes.
Thunder looked really good.
They routed that last game against
Yeah.
the Pacers there. Like
They did.
That was a rout.
It's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna go to game. I don't think they're gonna close it out in 6. I'm gonna be honest with you, because it's hard to win on the road. It's hard to win on the road.
It is, but doable.
It might come down to a full 7-game series, guys.
So like I tell you what, so like it's been one heck of a of an NBA Finals. It has been one hell of a Stanley Cup final. Like we've been having two good finals back to back here. One of the first times I think we could say that the Stanley Cup and the NBA Finals were taking place at the same time, mainly due to the Four Nations in hockey. That sort of extended the season a little bit there. So we've been sort of getting
Thank
that
you,
nice,
Four Nations.
which was a fantastic success, if I may say so.
I think we need to do that more often.
It was fun. It was fun.
We should do it once every 4 years, guys.
Well, yeah, because because they'll have
You
the
mean
winter.
the Olympics? Are you talking about the Olympics?
They
Do
can,
it-
but
do
they
it
can.
on the Summer Olympic cycle.
Yeah, they can do it in the Summer Olympic cycle. So like, well, because the Winter Olympics, they'll be doing the Winter Olympics, and then they can take each of the next year's, off.
Hold on. Hold on. I have to write that down. Winter Olympics. They are doing Winter Olympics. Okay.
Yes. When they're doing Winter Olympics, they do a Winter Olympics. Because they do it good. Oh,
That's a novel idea.
yes. So like, but
You know what? During the Winter Olympics, why don't you guys just go ahead and just do the Winter Olympics?
Just do the
you know?
Winter
I mean,
Olympics. But when you're not doing the Winter Olympics, just get those nations to duke it out on the ice. That's the real war right there. The war of the puck. You know.
You know what they should play? They should play Puck on Steam. That'll be their Four Nations tournament.
There you go.
nah, they need to play golf with friends.
Oh
The
gosh.
hockey mode.
Puck with your friends.
Fuck yes.
Puck with your friends.
Hey man, hockey mode is legit.
Actually,
I like
can we
hockey
change the name? Because like that's like one letter away from being problematic.
mode. So like,
Okay. So I have, speaking of problematic, I have our live read of the week, Crow.
Oh yay! I can't wait.
oh boy.
All right. Do you want a wrestling or non-wrestling? Because I have both.
Oh.
You know what?
He's got
You
choices.
know what? Hit me with the non-wrestling, and then we'll visit the wrestling one later in the show.
Okay.
We'll do both.
Okay. Hold on. Let me.
I have a
grab this.
feeling that one of these is involving the Dallas Cowboys.
No, one of these is not involving the Dallas Cowboys. One of these is involving Trey's former high school.
Oh, okay. That's even better.
There you go, Crow.
Transformer
Hold on.
High School.
All right, let's take a peeksy doodle. I won't say the name of the town.
Okay.
All right, WGN. A former teacher at DGS High School who was previously charged with having a sexual relationship with a student has been indicted on 52 additional charges. What?
Good.
I'm sorry. What?
She is a 30-year-old teacher. She is younger than all of us.
And she got how many additional charges? What'd she do? Steal?
No. How many? Well, that's additional charges. There's like.
That's what I'm
variety, but
saying.
there's-
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's like, like it can't all just be
Oh.
that one thing.
All right, here you go. Here you go, Crow. I found it for you.
Inquiring minds need to know.
That's true.
Oh, okay. 20 counts of criminal sexual assault, 20 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse, 6 counts of indecent solicitation of a child, and 6 counts of grooming according to investigators. Okay, maybe they all can be that. Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my gosh. Well then.
Burn her at the stake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bury her under the jail.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow, way
that-
to put a damper on the show, there, Trey.
Listen, you said you wanted something, different. So I got you something different.
Hey, that was
Oh
different.
boy, you did.
That was
Boy,
different.
you did.
All right, I gotta give you credit. That was
So
different.
let's talk about College World Series.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk some baseball, specifically college baseball.
It's all like yes. It's all
As
like,
of right now, Arkansas will be defeating UCLA.
oh, is that your next opponents?
No, we just beat them.
Oh, you just beat them. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't realize you guys played
I-
today. Yeah, damn.
Oh yeah, we played today.
'Cause I know the no hitter
So
against
we will
Murray
now-
State there. So
Oh yeah, right after the no-hitter against Murray State, which again, fucking straight animal. We will play against LSU tomorrow at 6. LSU is currently undefeated. We have 1 loss. If we lose, we go home.
oh yeah, because it's double elimination. That's right.
Correct.
Yep.
But if we can beat LSU twice, we're in the finals.
Whoa.
Our one and only loss was from LSU.
Okay. It's all like so. I mean, hey, it's all like till you get that second loss, just keep going, just keep doing your thing, man. It's all like good luck to you. It's all like you
Mhm.
clearly got an ace pitcher going on, So
Mm-hmm.
it's all like keep the momentum going, keep the momentum.
And then we will play the winner of, if we win against LSU twice, we'll play the winner of Coastal Carolina and Oregon State.
Oh, okay. So like, just keep at it. Just keep at it. Let's go.
Mhm.
I'll root for Arkansas. Let's go.
Yeah, and which Louisville just beat Oregon State.
All right. It's all like we'll keep track on that. We'll see.
We'll
what
keep
happens there.
track. We'll keep track. We'll check in next week, because it'll be over by Sunday.
It's all like because I'm still reeling from my defeat, and I guess I gotta congratulate the DC Defenders for winning the UFL championship after
Womp womp.
our defense decided to not show up last weekend there. It's all like, but Michigan Panthers making it to the finals after a great year, of course. Also getting MVP quarterback going there. It's all like, yeah, I'm proud of the boys. So good for you, Panthers. Let's go. Let's get them next year. Let's do it.
Oh. Wait, guys. We finally get to use the big sounder.
Oh!
We have our first football reports of the year, guys.
Oh Lord.
It is the Cleveland Browns QB tracker.
Oh no.
So we don't know what's going on with Cleveland, huh?
We do not. We do not.
Well, I could tell you where it's heading, where the ship is pointing right now. You want a pointy ship, Crow?
I think I have an idea, but go ahead.
All right, in 4th place in the QB ship is Dylan Gabriel.
Honestly, that
Hey.
sounds like a quarterback name, Dylan Gabriel. That sounds like a
In-
badass fucking quarterback name.
In 3rd place is Kenny Pickett.
Again, great quarterback name.
In second place is Shadur Sanders.
Oh no.
Which means, guys,
Oh no.
he can't be stopped. In first place is the Jeff Jarrett of NFL quarterbacks.
Ain't no stopping
Guys-
him now.
Ain't no stopping him. Joe Flacco
Joe
is right now.
motherfucking
He
Flacco.
finds a freaking way every time.
He finds a way.
I don't know how
But-
somebody can start for so many teams.
Here's the
Damn.
thing, though.
Ugh.
Shadur Sanders, this is just OTAs. Shadur Sanders 41 for 53.
Mhm.
Flacco
Here's the-
18 for 35.
Here's the problem I have. Colin Kaepernick can't get signed to save his life, but Joe Flacco doesn't even try. And he gets starting jobs left and right.
Bro, Kaepernick's been out of the league since 2013. Okay,
I
There's
know,
no more-
but I know, but I was just making a joke, okay? Like, haha, chuckle, chuckle.
There-
These are jokes.
You joke, but there are people out there who want Kaepernick to come back.
Yeah, I know. But he hadn't played the game
No.
in like years. There's no way he can come back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
it's the
yeah,
same-
there's probably someone dumb enough to do it, but
Like it's a whole new game now than the last time he played. So I mean, it's like I tell you one thing that's definitely changed is we're seeing quarterbacks get faster. Like there's a lot more scrambler. My Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions have probably one of the rare cases of pocket passers these days. It's all because you just don't see it
Yeah.
anymore.
pocket passer.
You don't see it anymore. The
There is
game's
no
gotten
pocket
faster.
passer.
So like you got a scrambler. Not saying
You're a
Not
scrambler.
not saying he can't pass in the pocket, but he's not a pocket passer because he rolls
Listen,
out.
the way
you know.
I think about it, is Caleb is just Dak with a lot more upside. Okay,
Yeah, honestly,
that's
Yeah.
what he
Upset-
is.
upside Dak
Honestly.
over here.
yeah, that's not. I'm not even mad at that comparison. That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, like they both can scramble. They both can also pass.
That's true.
The only difference is Caleb Williams is a lot younger.
Yeah,
He
Caleb
is a
Williams
lot younger.
It's like he has a lot more upside than Dak does at this point.
This is very true.
Yeah.
Speaking of upside, guys, let's talk about the upside for Saturday night's main event. Joey,
Mm.
Fuck.
So
Alright.
let me get this straight. We end Jey
How-
Uso's run early to give it back to Gunther, which I'm not opposed to. All for Goldberg to come back.
and Goldberg's probably gonna lose.
And Goldberg's probably going to lose. Or, heaven forbid, Goldberg probably wins.
And then retires.
And then Seth cashes in.
And then Seth cashes in on Goldberg.
I mean, just imagine it starts by Braun Breaker spearing Goldberg.
Honestly, that would be kind of legit. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's all like, but here's my beef. It's all like, I get that.
Uh-oh.
I get that Saturday night main event is in Atlanta, so Goldberg. But and the question isn't about giving Gunther the title. If they wanted to give Gunther the title, whatever.
Fine.
I mean, fine.
Fine.
But why does Goldberg have to have a world title match? If that was the reason, it makes no sense. You could have had Gunther and Goldberg have a blood feud because of this. They mentioned the incident that where Gunther,
That sells
Yeah.
the ticket altogether.
Yeah.
You don't need to put gold on the line.
Yeah.
Why does it have to have a title attached to it? Guys,
That's my
why are
biggest
we
beef.
doing this?
Yeah, like that's my beef because now it's all like Gunther won the title just for this. If Gunther wins the title, Gunther wins the title. But now we know Gunther
Fine.
won the title for this, which
Yeah.
this would have been perfectly fine as a blood feud, and you could have Goldberg go out in his hometown and potentially even win. There's no way that even if he beats Gunther, he's not leaving as the champion. Like, it's not going to happen.
I'm betting you all $5 that Goldberg cashes in. No, Goldberg wins and Seth cashes in.
That's my.
You know what's funny is we will be here that night.
Yeah. Like, and
So
yeah,
we'll be able to get live updates.
it's all like, it's one of them things where they're already doing this storyline with John Cena of him wanting to retire with the title. You can't do that with the world title too. You can't have the same storyline. It's all like,
You can't? Just watch them.
Yeah. It's all like, though, obviously the John Cena storyline
I'll
is.
show you.
I mean, the John Cena storyline is working though. Like it's an entire event here, not just a one-off that Goldberg's gonna be. It makes me upset.
They'll show you, Buzz Carlton.
It peeves me off a little bit. I mean, I'm not like Russell, where I'm going to go on this big rant about one fucking F5.
Grinds my gears, guys.
It's a grind my gears.
Grinds my gears.
It's a Buzz Carlton grinds my gears. Yes.
I think Sean Ross Sapp said it best yesterday. How in kayfabe does this make sense?
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It doesn't. In no way can you justify Bill Goldberg. And yes, I'm going to use the Bret Hartism of Bill Goldberg getting a title shot.
Honestly, I think that's what we need to do from now on. Just refer to him as Bill Goldberg.
Because he hates it.
You know what? Gunther I will say this, though. If Gunther comes out and Bret Hart walks him to the ring, full fucking
my
circle.
God.
Yeah.
At that point, you've sold the feud for me at that
All
point.
right.
I'm okay with that at that point. And then just have Bret Hart screw Goldberg out of the title. At that point, stories be damned. At least I'm happy.
You know what? I'd be okay with that. Let's get that done. Let's make that happen. It's all like,
It's not gonna.
It's not gonna, but you know what? We can dream.
Bill Goldberg, get down here.
Right
now.
some things to settle, Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg.
It's all like,
Now, Bill Goldberg, I know you're in the back watching this, Bill Goldberg.
so like my
standard Bret Hart WCW promo from the 90s.
my brain went to like a much more darker place where like Bret Hart would go out, I hired Jeff Jarrett so that way you can get the stroke.
Oh Lord.
I know. My brain took me there.
Why would you go there?
Because this is the way it's
This is
be.
not 2010 CAT scan, okay?
That's true.
God.
If it was 2010 CAT scan, Trey would probably talk about people going over the edge or something, or
Oh man.
All right. Anyway.
Man, oh man.
But
Damn,
yeah,
we just talked about Bret Hart too, you asshole.
So like, I know exactly. So like, it all we went full circle. That's what it is. So, but Goldberg and Gunther could have easily been a blood feud, not involving the world title, and you could have had a retirement match in Atlanta for Goldberg, in which he could possibly get revenge. Now, no matter what, I don't see an upside for Goldberg at the end of this. Either he loses to Gunther,
is no upside.
or he loses to Rollins.
Wait. Who? You don't see an upside for who, Buzz?
I'm sorry, Oldberg.
No, not
That's
Oldberg.
who?
Say his name.
Say his legal name.
Yeah.
Say his government name.
Yeah, we're using his government name.
His government name? No.
Yes.
What? William? Oh.
No. Bill Goldberg.
William Goldman? Oh.
No, not William. William Goldman.
Don't think you're smart because you know who the Crow's accountant Ira Goldberg is.
I'm sorry, Will Iceberg. Gotcha.
Yes. Yeah, iceberg lettuce.
Iceberg lettuce.
As
Bill
in
Goldberg.
lettuce. Iceberg. Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg.
Bill Iceberg lettuce.
Bill Goldberg.
Bill
Damn it.
Goldberg.
Damn it, Gilberg. You did it again. It's all like, but yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's all like, with all the rumors, we knew it was going to happen. Like, there was even rumors that he might have showed up in AEW, but obviously...
You know,
was-
I mean, and
no.
like, I'm sure they did that to prevent Tony Khan from signing him, because Tony Khan would have definitely done it.
It's all like,
Bill
yeah,
Goldberg.
and then that's when we made the joke. Well, now it's time for him to sign Lesnar or something, or all that fun stuff, or because
Apparently,
Yeah.
that's a rumor now.
it's all like, I mean, well, let's not forget
Please don't.
that they are dueling programs here. It's all like now, like,
They are.
so all in.
You know, you know how you beat that rating? Shane McMahon finally debuts at AEW.
Oh my god.
It's all
Oh,
like,
he debuts at All In to
To-
take away from Bill Goldberg's big moment.
oh my
Yeah, that would be
gosh.
fucking hilarious. I would die laughing if that
Oh,
was
this
the case.
is funny. Gunther responded to the Goldberg segment last night saying, "I'm next. Guess I could spare 3 minutes."
Oh gosh. It's all like I get that Goldberg throughout his career. It's all like
How many last matches can one man have?
Yeah.
That's my question.
That's fair too. That's a fair point. Goldberg's always been built as this monster, but there's no realistic scenario where Gunther doesn't kill him in that ring. Like, I'm
If
sorry.
he doesn't, I'm gonna be very upset.
If this match ends in anything but Gunther putting him to sleep with his sleeper hold, then they did it wrong. Just for the record.
If this match ends with anything less than Bill Goldberg breaking a hip, he already hurt his shoulder.
That's true, yeah, and we have no evidence that he won't concuss himself before the match, so,
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just have no faith in this. I did not want to see this. I mean, I've been pretty vocal in not wanting him back on my TV, but this is unfortunately the reality that we are in. And yes, so like we.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Goldberg. I loved him as a kid. Probably one of my favorite wrestlers growing up.
Same. WCW Goldberg was very, very,
Was
very
fantastic.
Special. Yeah.
It was some of the best television ever produced. You and I both know this.
I will not.
Trey, I
argue.
don't think will ever understand it.
He will not. He will not understand what we
He wasn't
knew.
there. He wasn't there. He doesn't know what we know, Buzz.
It's very true, and I was one of the biggest Goldberg marks as a kid growing
Same.
up watching it. So
Same. Because when Goldberg speared Hulk Hogan to win the title and finally got the belt back from NWO,
that was an
I
epic
cried.
moment. That was an
I cried.
epic
That
moment.
that was probably the greatest moment in professional wrestling history. Okay, because that proved that the NWO is full of shit. That's what it did. And instead of ending the NWO right there, it went on for another 20 years. But anyway, I digress.
yeah. Still
Point
to this
is, we don't have the same rose-colored glasses that we're wearing like we
No.
wore when we were kids. We don't have that luxury anymore.
day. It's true. We don't have that same wrestling innocence now.
No,
We're
we-
more
we
aware
cannot
of
return-
things.
We cannot return to innocence.
That's true. That's true. We're more aware
By
of things
Enigma.
now. We're more aware. So like of not just like and it's one of them things where it's all like you liked something as a kid, like a movie or a show. You watched something, you loved it as a kid, and then as an adult you go back and rewatch it, and then you hate it because you're all like, how did I ever like this thing? Because you find out that it's sappy, it's this, it's that. That's what Goldberg is to me. It's all like,
The
yeah,
best
that's a
example of this. The best example of this. You guys remember VR Troopers?
I love VR Troopers.
Remember watching that as a kid, being the coolest fucking thing you ever saw?
It's not really cool.
It's
yeah,
not that cool.
It's not that.
It doesn't hold up. Come after me on that. I dare you.
You know what is still cool though, Crow? You know what is cool?
Big Bad Beetleborgs? Because
Oh my god, I was about to say Big Bad Beetleborgs. You and I,
Fair enough.
we're on the
Hive
same
mind,
level.
brother. Hive mind,
Big
brother.
Bad
Hive mind.
Beetleborgs. Big-
Italics.
Oh,
That's the best one.
You know what else is cool, Crow?
About Power Rangers?
The fake Cardinals. Fake Cardinals. are
Man,
cool.
Let me tell you, we're up 8 right now to nothing.
Listen, you're gonna get like a block of like 6 games in a row. I hope you know after this. So
Oh,
get
I
your,
figured. I figured.
your working boots on.
Listen. Well, here's the thing. I'm okay with not playing if we're winning.
Okay.
As I'm of the mind, it's like, well, don't fix what ain't broken.
Fair
And
enough.
clearly,
Fair enough.
nothing's broken. Nothing's broken.
That's fair.
Buzz Carlton not doing so well today.
So
Buzz
like,
Carlton ain't doing great at the plate today.
hey, even an MVP has to have an off day every now and then, you know.
He got
I mean,
a walk.
You did get a walk.
I'm disciplined. I'm disciplined. I don't just swing at shit. All right, like
He gets on base.
If I get
gets on
I
base.
get on base, and if I do get an out, it's gonna be a contact out. All right, your boy doesn't strike out.
Your mother got a contact out. Sorry, that
How
was
did you
too-
know? What? No. You don't know my
That's
mama,
too-
man. You don't know my mama, man. What? Don't you be talking about? No. That was for those that don't know my imitation of Shorty on Scary Movie 2. You don't know my mama, man. Don't you be talking about when the bird was making fun of his mama.
Yes.
So.
You remember Little Giants are like, don't be talking about.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
little kid, man, that pissed him off. Good
Why did
for
I
him.
why did I sound like the baby from Dinosaurs just now?
That's been a series I've been meaning to rewatch. I haven't watched it since I was a kid.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Buzz. Doesn't hold up.
Damn it, that's what I'm afraid of.
Not
That's
one of those
why.
shows.
That's why I haven't watched it, because I'm afraid that it's not gonna hold up. Like I always are afraid to watch my childhood stuff. The only thing that I can confidently watch is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and know it's still gonna be the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, listen. You know, shit comes and goes, but Tommy Oliver's eternal.
I love Tommy Oliver.
Yeah.
I love that man. I love Jason David Frank. I'll go out and say
R.I.P.
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 It's all like I was so pissed off because when I visited my cousin in Indiana like 4 years back, we found out that a week later he was gonna be like near where she was living, and we're all like, damn it, if we would have just came a week later, we could have met him. Like he would have been right there, a Power Rangers like convention type thing. And it's all like, now I regret the day like we were just 1 week too early, you know. And
That's what happened with me. I actually was too late. I figured I would catch him at the next one.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the shame of it, because we are like, well, there's always another time, and at the end of the day, we never truly know if there will be another time, you know.
And I've kind of just accepted that, you know, like if you really want to do something that bad, treat it like you're never gonna have another time.
You're never gonna have another chance, and now I've got to live the rest of my life knowing I will never be able to meet Jason David Frank, and
Well,
you know,
there's some people I wish I never met, like Tommy Dreamer.
oh gosh, was he bad?
Well,
Did I ever tell you guys my Tommy Dreamer story?
I don't remember.
no, you haven't.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I feel
remember.
like I have, but you know, like it's a good story to retell. And then we'll get into more wrestling news. So I was at an independent wrestling show. Tommy Dreamer was on the bill, and coincidentally, Diamond Dallas Page was on this same bill. Quite frankly, and I'll say this about Diamond Dallas Page, the nicest guy ever on the face of the planet. I love Diamond Dallas Page. I've always loved Diamond Dallas Page. Even if they give him a Goldberg-esque push, I will defend Diamond Dallas Page till the day I die.
I can never hate.
Period.
DDP.
End of story.
Another
can't.
one of my childhood guys as well. I
You
love
can't
DDP.
hate DDP.
Yeah.
You can't. It's impossible. But anyway, Tommy Dreamer's kind of an asshole, guys.
No.
He was at the same show, and you know, and I, you know, he was quickly signing something for me, and like he just wanted me to leave, which I get it. But I was like, hey man, really loved your work in ECW. You know, it's still alive in everybody's hearts. And he goes, yes, it is. And then he fucking pushes me away.
Oh damn! So he's just like, shoot, go away.
I was like, all right then, asshole.
So
I was
like,
just telling you, man, I loved your work. That
so
was all.
like, sorry for admiring your work. Jeez.
Now, granted, did I come off as a fucking mark? Probably.
I
But
don't.
isn't that the point?
Yeah, but it's not like you just happened to run into him in public. This was an event.
No,
You
no. I
know?
was at an event. He was at his
Yeah.
merch table.
Yeah.
You know,
So it's all like
DDP was like signing things left and right. He was, like smiling, telling stories. It was so fucking great. I even got
yeah.
to even got to tell DDP that like I even got to thank him for everything and like he looked me in the eye and like I was like, man, your match with Goldberg was one of my favorite matches of all time, and it was just I was like, fuck, he humored me. He humored a young me. And
yeah.
I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that.
And he does seem like a very chill guy, and we've seen a lot of his work on how he's helped a lot of people out, especially those with problems and everything there. So, decent human being. Like and like I said, as a WCW guy, DDP was also one of my favorites growing up. Like I was a huge DDP guy. It's nice to know that. So, like, somebody on TV that you admire, you like, is one of my guys, is actually a decent human being for a change. It's all, like they always say, don't meet your heroes. But luckily, in this case, it's okay. So I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad. And I'll forever be pissed off at the Ready to Rumble people because DDP, I'm sure you guys know the story. That DDP actually pitched the ending of Ready to Rumble, where the whole movie was supposed to be a work, because the ending scene was supposed to be him and Jimmy King in the locker room saying, "Hey, this is a part of the job." Like Jimmy King was supposed to go up to DDP and say, "Hey, thanks for that. Hey, it's just a part of the job." Like the whole movie was supposed to be a storyline, a work,
a whole work,
a whole work,
and that would have been a way more interesting movie.
Yeah, like I was like, dude, that would have been genius. But they said that the reason why they rejected that ending is because back then kayfabe was still alive. They didn't want to give the notion that wrestling was fake. They wanted to keep the notion that wrestling was real. These were real storylines. They really hate each other. So they're like, dude, come on, that would have been a way better ending. Not saying that the movie wasn't great. I enjoyed the movie. But how awesome would that ending have been if it was a work the whole time, Like, damn. Come on. But
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
You know what, Buzz? Everything in professional wrestling is a work, okay? We're working ourselves into a shoot, guys.
You know what? Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe he was just so tired of me talking. And I was just another guy that day that told him the same fucking thing. Maybe I'm the asshole in this situation,
Yeah.
It's all like.
But
I don't think you'd be an asshole because it's almost like hey, yeah, every other fan under the sun said it, but you're not every other fan. You're you.
You're you, yeah, and like.
You're right. I am me.
At the same time, I mean, at the same time, though, like, I don't think you were in the wrong. Like I said, it's not like you were just running into him and like, if you're just running into him in like the streets or the public and bothering him, yeah, then you're the asshole. But
the thing is, I wasn't just a jabroni, not doing anything for him. I bought some merch.
Bought some merch. This was an event that he signed up for in a world that and he did you're to expect that, and to just shoo somebody off like nonchalantly in an event that you signed up for, merch that you bought for him that's paying him, like, you just can't do that. You can't do that. You got to respect your fans. Like I said, if it's like I sympathize with those wrestlers when they get like harassed at the airports and all, be like, dude, if it's in public, leave them the fuck alone. But if it's in a designed, controlled environment like a signing, like a wrestling event, then they have to expect stuff like that because that's what they're there for. So if they treat it like, whatever, like, then what are you doing there, So that's my beef.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Like,
what are you doing?
If you can't respect your fans, what are you doing?
This was years ago. So I mean, we don't need to be outraged by this.
I'm outraged.
I am outraged. I am pissed off at past Tommy Dreamer. All right. Fuck past Tommy Dreamer.
If anything, we need to be pissed at current Tommy Dreamer because current Tommy Dreamer is still a piece of shit. But let's not be mad at him now for a past transgression that was extremely minor, and I should just get over it.
I will admit though, Crow has had the most feuds with wrestlers than any of us there. I mean, he still has the long-standing feud with Frankie Kazarian being accused of being Harry Potter.
I wish him well.
Wish him well. Yeah, there you go. So,
I don't hate Frankie Kazarian anymore.
He's not your rival anymore, eh? You buried the hatchet.
Yeah, I've moved on because here's what I found out: I'll never arm wrestle Frankie Kazarian.
You've accepted it. You've just moved on.
I've accepted it. I've moved on, and it's okay. You want to know why? I'll never arm wrestle Frankie Kazarian. Because after all these years, he still has no fucking clue who I am.
I'd like to think,
and that's fine. Fine.
I'd like to think deep down inside he's all like, you know what? I wonder where that kid is that challenged me to a
yeah. I wonder where that bastard is now.
I wonder where that because he called you Harry Potter. So in my mind, he's like, where's that Harry Potter lookalike bastard?
Potter, that motherfucker.
Buzz, are you egging him on?
I am doing no. How dare you?
It doesn't take much.
How dare you accuse me of egging him on just for reminding him?
He was just done with Kazarian, and now he's right back on the train.
I don't appreciate you thinking that I'm pouring the gasoline and lighting the match. All right, pal.
Listen, Buzz. Listen. The last thing we need, we've been over this. The last thing we need is Crow jumping back onto the Dixie train. Okay?
Oh God. Yeah, Crow, don't go on the Dixie train.
I'm ready to go to Dixieland, all right?
You're not going to Dixieland, Crow. We're not going to Dixieland.
There's only one way we can stop him from going in the on the Dixieland train there. Is that's make him rewatch the Dixie Carter TNA Hogan storylines, and that'll shape him back up.
Immortal. There. We need an immortal.
The immortal, yes, because H2O and water and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here is the Babe Podcast tweet of the week.
Brought to you
by the Bay Podcast. We need more sponsors.
Brought to you by Weeder Sports.
Weeder Sports.
Hey, can we get a Rise energy drink sponsorship?
I drink Rise a lot. I would totally love that, actually.
There you go,
I think all right, give it to me.
Yeah, it's there. You're
Tweet of the week. Matthew Riddle, the king of bros, here in this beautiful Versace robe. Here to tell everyone that the OnlyFans, the Bro-onlyfans, finally dropping tonight on some say Father's Day, but I say Daddy's Day. So if you want to see me, maybe more, subscribe. Links in the bio, bro. No.
No, not no, bro.
No.
Oh, sorry. Brope.
He's broping me, guys. He's broping me, guys. Oh.
No.
No, sir.
No.
Quit it. Stop that.
I don't want Matt.
No, Buzz. The proper term is I need some brope right now.
Ah, yes.
Give me some brope.
It's not like I'm smoking a brope.
God, why do you think they call it brope?
Bill Goldberg.
Wait, is broping just another phase of like vaping, or like?
Yeah, except you do it out of your butthole.
Oh, gotcha. I broke. I vape from the other end. That's why we call it broping.
We're done.
No, we're not. We're not done. I want to talk about this.
Go away, Matt Riddle.
Yeah. Like, okay. Part of me is curious. I'm not gonna lie to you. But the other part of me is like, so people found out how shitty you were of a human being. So your last resort is to go on OnlyFans, which I'm not knocking anybody who goes on OnlyFans to make money. I know plenty of people that go to OnlyFans to make money. That's good for them. Whatever they do to make a buck, then fucking by all means go for it.
Yeah, but he's doing it out of
Matt
desperation.
Riddle should not be allowed on that platform.
Yeah, he's doing it out of desperation, not for anything other reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing it because he exhausted every other option, not because it's a choice.
Correct.
And plus, nobody wants to see his ass on OnlyFans.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe I'm wrong in this aspect here, but honestly, like Matt Riddle is the example of self-destruction. Like, he had everything for him. He had a career. He had the machine behind him, and he self-destructed bad. Like,
He really did.
his problems were caused by him, not nobody else, you know.
And you know, and at this point, I'm backing Bill Goldberg in their feud.
So, like, yeah, maybe.
Even though Bill Goldberg was 100% in the wrong on that deal.
But by proxy now, because of how Matt Riddle.
But now it's like, you know what? Goldberg's got a point.
Yeah. So, like.
Who's got a point?
Bill Goldberg's got a point.
Yeah, damn.
There you go.
Thank you.
So, like, yeah, he was in the wrong, but yeah, like Matt Riddle is just
Bill
oh,
Goldberg.
man, yeah. I mean, Goldberg's in the wrong for a lot of things now, man. That's what's sad, because no, my childhood is crying. You know, but
Anyway,
yeah, go away, Matt
yeah,
Riddle.
go away, Matt Riddle. Any other wrestling news?
We do. We have an AEW lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yes, damn.
Yeah. Let's get to some.
First
some
and foremost,
long-awaited-
I'll let you read the thing, but I do have a thought on some of the defendants.
Okay. All right. So SI.com, SI.com's John Alba reported on, what day was it? Yesterday, actually, that Christopher Dispenza, who has been an AEW production crew member since 2019, filed a civil lawsuit on May 30th against AEW and Jon Moxley, guys. Jon Moxley.
Jon Moxley.
The epitome of safety.
Yep, the lawsuit says alleges negligence by AEW and Moxley, as well as civil assault and battery stemming from an incident during May 10th, 2023 in Detroit, Michigan.
With cars and buildings, by the way.
Yeah. Where during a cage match between Moxley and Omega, Moxley unexpectedly shoved him to the ground while grabbing a screwdriver, causing severe neck and shoulder injuries.
Why is this being brought up now?
No, sometimes litigation takes a minute, buddy.
Maybe it does. Maybe I don't know the law as well as I do. Like, but it's just one of them things where,
like, you know, you can't. Because, like, I mean, you know, like, you gotta have evidence to show, hey, they didn't compensate me for this injury, so now I'm gonna bring this up in court. So he obviously, and again, I'm speaking for the guy that's suing. He's probably already gone through all the channels that he could think to go through, and he's getting nothing. So now he's going to court.
So, like, but is this one of them things where, you know, you have like an accident and then all of a sudden, oh, my neck, oh no, you know, like all of a sudden.
No, I don't think so. Because not everything's immediate.
Fair enough.
Because, like, you know, you may be fine one day, and then the next day you have to go to the emergency room because you can't walk.
So, like, I guess we have to ask Whiplash expert Trey, is this true? Is this something where, you know, like it doesn't hit you necessarily immediately, and it's a long-term thing?
Yeah, mine took till about 2021 or 2020 to actually start.
Yeah, because yours was what, 2016 when?
Yeah.
Okay.
2016. But there are some things in there that are interesting to me, like them criticizing Moxley for not being properly trained. No, he is.
No,
he's very much properly trained.
He should be properly trained by now.
I don't think Moxley needs to be the one being sued here.
Moxley's not being sued? I thought he was a part of the.
I don't think he needs to be. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I thought. Okay, yeah.
I think they're going after the wrong guy.
I mean,
Moxley is just an employee, just like the cameraman was. I can't remember his name. But the guy's suing. He's just as much an employee as that guy, right? They may get different benefits, but still an employee is an employee is an employee.
Well, here's the thing, Crow. He was actually hired through a separate agency.
Well, still an employee is an employee.
AEW contracts the agency. They send out the workers to do the job.
Gotcha.
So, according to Sean Ross Sapp, the plaintiff said he never actually discussed it with AEW or filed an incident report.
Okay, then that lies the problem.
Yeah.
Should have filed an incident report. That's not going to hold up in law. No, not probably. Should have. Because that's not going to hold up in court. If you don't have documentation to prove that was the direct cause of your injuries, then you don't have a leg to stand on in court.
Huh. Interesting.
I only know this because I had to go through some workman's comp bullshit myself personally.
So you got some personal experience in this matter.
Got a little bit.
Okay.
Got a little bit.
Fair enough. I always appreciate because I honestly don't know. So it's always nice to, especially when somebody's actually went through this, to get the actual deets on all of it.
But my point still stands. An employee is an employee, right?
Yeah.
Jon Moxley's not the guy you sue. Tony Khan's the guy you sue, which he is, but Jon Moxley is not the guy to sue here.
So I sort of get what you're saying. As far as if it's a civil lawsuit and not like a criminal act or something like that they're so yeah.
Because this happened on a job, right?
Yeah.
So you can't sue an employee hurting another employee. Okay. Now, granted, he was contracted, but he was contracted to work for AEW. So an employee is an employee is an employee.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can't directly blame Jon Moxley, although he is the cause. We can see that. You can't directly blame him for the injuries. Even though he is.
Because I get what you're saying on that instance.
Now, great. All right, we're all tracking here. So, but now he can sue the company that hires Jon Moxley for damages.
Yeah.
100%. Because, Jon Moxley was doing a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this all happened under the AEW banner. So, i.e., 100% can sue AEW. Here's the problem he's going to run into. He doesn't have documentation. He didn't go to AEW and go, hey, I think I got hurt. I think I might want to get checked out. He didn't do that. Because now AEW has the argument of, well, this happened in when did the incident happen? 2023?
Yeah.
So basically it's a proper channels argument now.
Correct,
he didn't go
correct.
Correct.
Because it's like, hey, this happened in 2023. This is now 2025. He could have done that in between from 2023 to now. Now, had he done the proper reporting and had AEW's people check him out, then he has something on paper saying, hey, he was injured at this time at this location. Then he would have had a concrete argument.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But because he didn't do that, and there's nothing saying that he did that,
It weakens
he doesn't
his
have
case.
he doesn't have a lawsuit that's gonna get thrown out. I guarantee you.
Okay. So yeah,
either that, or they'll just
settling probably. Yeah.
Which they probably will, just because I feel like Tony Khan's a good guy, and he'll be like, listen, here's some money for your trouble, go away.
So like it's either that
Here's
like
an NDA.
I mean whether Tony Khan is a good guy or not, he doesn't seem like he's a bad guy. I think he's eccentric. I think he's a little weird, but I don't think he's a bad guy. But I think he would settle more along the lines of we don't want this kind of press in the news right now. We got a lot going on. We just want to get this out of the way. More than I'm just a good guy, I'm gonna settle. Like I think it's more along the lines of like an imaging thing. Like we don't want this right now. We need to get this bad publicity out of the way. So like I'm a rich guy. I can afford a couple mil. Like let's just
Yeah,
shoo
exactly.
him
And
away. You know.
that seems like the route it may go, unless Tony Khan decides he wants to be like, no, I'm not paying him any money. He didn't do anything on my watch.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Now, granted, he will have video evidence that something did happen, which that might be something that, could be used in a court of law, which I didn't think about that. So he could have a case, but if he didn't report anything and it's not on paper or if it's not medically, documented, then, he doesn't really have a case. Because people fall on camera all the time.
Yeah, that's fair.
From what people were saying, the guy was actually holding the screwdriver that Moxley was taking, so the guy was in on the spot.
So he
allegedly
knew
in on the spot.
So even if he was in on it or not, he knows it's a professional wrestling show. He knows the dangers attached to it, especially if you're holding a prop that a wrestler is going to use. Whether you know he's going to use it or not, anything around that ring is always assumed that the wrestler may or may not use it.
Yeah.
Period. End of story.
Yeah, fair enough.
I know way too much about this shit.
I'm kind of curious to see where this ends up. We'll have to keep an eye on this particular circumstance for
I'm
sure.
curious too, because this is kind of like a first of its kind kind of situation.
So like it's definitely a unique situation. So like obviously, wrestling's no stranger to different kinds of lawsuits, but you don't see this one particularly too often. So like
No, you see more sexual assault lawsuits than you do.
That seems to be the common trait.
Personal injury.
I also think that the reason why you don't see much of this in WWE is probably because they probably just throw a bunch of money at people when this stuff comes up.
Or, they also go like, hey, get checked out.
Like like for example, it's all like Stone Cold ATV running into the barricade lady. They probably just be like, here you go. Here's like a couple mil. Just there you go.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's like, if you're a publicly traded company, yeah, you're going to make sure your P's and Q's are all fucking tied up, man.
Yeah. Like and so like AEW's in a spot right now where, like I said, you don't really need this kind of stuff going on right now. They're sort of in that, like I said, with a lot of stuff coming up. They're sort of in a period.
They're in not a bad spot.
They're not in a bad spot. You don't want
a decent
anything.
spot.
You don't want anything to sort of shake shake the mold in a bad way. You're in a comfy spot. You got a lot of things going for you. You got a lot of things coming up. So like you don't need something like this to be a monkey wrench in what's going on. So it's all like you need to get rid of it. Like if you want to fight it, go ahead and fight it. Because if it turns out that the courts side with you, it makes you look better. Be like, see, we were not in the wrong. But if you don't want to fight it, or if you don't think that you're going to win for any reason, settle this right now and get it behind you, because you don't want this. Because we finally got into an AEW period where I think we can all agree they're over the CM Punk scrum. That's behind us now.
Yeah, they're over.
So like
they're over all that in the past.
Yeah,
they're no longer playing peg.
It's in the past. You finally got it, because that did a lot of damage to that company. Like we can't deny the effects, not just in the immediate but in the long-term effect But we're finally in a spot where AEW is in a good spot right now, and you just don't need stuff like this, wrecking it, so.
No.
Yeah, get it policed, get it taken care of, one way or another. Just rip the Band-Aid off and get it out.
I agree.
But yeah, it's an interesting situation nonetheless. I tell you.
We have one more bit of news, guys. It's LOL TNA.
Of course, it's LOL TNA.
So they tried to promote Tessa Blanchard as Diamante on their Twitter yesterday.
Jeez.
Only for the real Diamante to respond with her patent for the name. Or her trademark for the name.
Interesting.
So, Diamante, see indeed, TNA.
So, like, cease and desist on TNA. Come on, TNA. What you doing over there?
You guys knew.
Yeah.
You guys knew, and you tried to get away with it.
They tried to get... I think that's what makes it worse.
WWE's kind of doing the same thing, too, with AAA. Did you guys hear about this?
No.
With Pentagon?
No, what's going on? What's going on with Pentagon?
So, okay, this is a huge fucking... I had to do research on this because as the original Pentagon, not Pentagon Jr., not the one that you see right now.
No.
So, Pentagon is able to use his name wherever he wants outside of AAA.
Oh, okay.
That's the legal agreement. However, AAA is not allowed to use Pentagon anywhere else except for AAA. Unless they pay him.
Oh, okay.
So the legal thing now is that they're selling Pentagon Jr. shirts, and this Pentagon Jr. has nothing to do with Pentagon. Like, he's not related to the original Pentagon. They do this all the time in Mexican wrestling. Like, they find someone else to take the mantle, they throw a junior behind his name, call it good, wipe your hands clean.
Or like an Leo del Blank.
Correct.
Like a Io del Rey Mysterio.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, fair enough.
So that's going on in WWE right now.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of infringements going on.
A lot of infringements going on, indeed. So, like,
infringing these nuts.
Infringing these characters.
Got him.
So,
Got him.
You know what? We need in order to properly handle this. So, like, we need a lawyer, guys. Let's hire the Beast Mordos as our lawyer.
Yes, the Beast Mordos.
Yeah. We'll be our lawyer to handle all these infringing characters. So, like, because we know he's got the backing of our one and only CEO. CEO. Come on, Crow. CEO.
How about CE no?
CEO.
I think what he needs is a nice little group of the CEO Mercedes Moné and El Grande Americano together as one cohesive unit. So, like, they'll be...
I'm done.
They'll be El Grande Monicano.
El Grande Monicano, Crow. Grande Monicano.
How about Money Con these nuts?
Listen, I would money con these nuts, but I don't have, money to nuts on,
So, like, I guess we could say the Beast Mordos and David Otunga have a lot in common. Lawyer, wrestler, all together as one, So, like, how about that?
I come from money. I come from cash. The ladies love me. We're all...
I think we're done.
The Beast Otunga. All right.
No, that wasn't no time. No. We need money now.
No, we do
money,
need money.
Beast.
Yes. Oh yeah. I mean, so like
DiBiase.
does need a
DiBiase.
lawyer for
We're
sure.
We're not. Yeah, DiBiase needs a
He
lawyer.
needs a lawyer.
It's a new generation.
There was one good wrestler in that, and it wasn't the one they were pushing.
Yeah, it was the one they wanted to go away.
Yeah, and he went away.
Oh, he went
But
away.
then he
already.
came back.
Come back.
And boy, did
And
he
you know
ever
what?
come.
He did. His cum, listen. His cum cured racism, Crow. You tell me I'm wrong.
Well, thank you all for listening to this episode. Of the podcast. We'll see you next week if we even have a show after that.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing to this show.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Love and mercy.